So now we will begin with shade the shapes as per given fraction. So as we can see, the denominator is 4 as there are 4 circles. We have to shade 3 circles as the numerator is 3. Let's shade it. So now let's move on to question number B. Here we have to shade 2 parts as the numerator is 2. As you can see, denominator is 3. So there are 3 triangles. Now question number C. We have to shade 3 hearts out of the 6 hearts that are given as the numerator is 3. So let's shade. Now let's do question number 2. Identify the fraction of the portion shaded. So we can see number A. Let's count the number of bars. We are counting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So there are 9 bars and so the denominator is 9. Now let's count the shaded bars 1, 2, 3, 4 and so the numerator is 4 as there are 4 shaded bars. Now let's move to question number B. There is a triangle we can see. Let's count the number of parts 1, 2, 3, 4 and there are 4 parts. And so the denominator will be 4. Now let's count the shaded parts. 1 and 2, there are 2 shaded parts and so the numerator will be 2. Now let's go to question number C. We can see that there is a square. Now let's count the number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. There are 8 parts. So the denominator will be 8. Now let's count the shaded parts. 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 shaded parts. So the numerator will be 8, 3. Now let's move to question number D. So we can circle with curved boundaries. Let's count the number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are total 5 parts and let's count the shaded parts. As there are 5 parts, the denominator will be 5. Now let's count the shaded parts 1 and 2. There are 2 parts, that means the numerator will be 2. 2 out of 5. Now let's come to part 2. Write equivalent fractions for the following. So let's move on to A, which is half or 1 by 2. So we have to write 2 equivalent fractions. We will start writing the equivalent fractions by first writing the original fraction, that is half. And then after that we have to write multiplied by 2 as we want to make it 2 times larger. So when we calculate, it equals to 1 multiplied by 2 is 2 and by 4. So the answer is 2 by 4. Now let's move on to the second equivalent fraction. Here also we have to begin with half or 1 by 2 multiplied by, now we're writing 3 as we want to make it 3 times larger, not the same as 2. write 3 by 6 as 1 multiplied by 3 is 3 and 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Now let's move on to question number B. We can see the fraction 3 by 4. We have to write two equivalent fractions of this. So the first will be 3 by 4 multiplied by 2 like the before. After we have finished writing so 3 multiplied by 2 and 4 multiplied by 2 will be equal to 6 by 8. Now for the second equivalent fraction. For that also we have to write 3 by 4, but now this time we will not write multiplied by 2, instead we will write multiplied by 3. Now it's 9 and it's 12. 9 by 12. That is the answer. Let's move on to question number C. 2 by 3. We have to write the first one. 2 by 3 multiplied by 2. So we have to write multiplied by 2 after the both numerator and denominator. So it will be 4 by 6. Now the second one, again 2 by 3, but now this time again we will write multiplied by 3 this time, not multiplied by 2. Make sure not to make this mistake. It will be 6